bit of a mess. One of the things that people say to me when I say that they also could be more creative, or that they could spend some time being creative when they realize it's really good for them, is that they don't have any time. It takes too long and they have to set up. So what I want to do in the next 3 or 4 videos is to show you how you can start small, and with only a couple of moments you can do something, you can be creative, and it'll lead to something, to creating something. So I'm going to start. I'll sit down. And what I have here, and you don't have to have all of these things. I have paper. That would be great if you had some paper and a pair of scissors. The scissors that you like. This is my favorite scissors. Unfortunately, it's had a little bit of a problem lately. I might have to get a new one, but this is my favorite scissors, so I'm going to use it. It's my lucky scissors. Now, I also have, what I'm going to be cutting out are butterflies. I love butterflies, and it's kind of my go-to if there's nothing else around and I need some calm, unless I'm knitting or crocheting. But butterflies, they're sort of quick and easy, and they don't take much supplies. But I don't like the way I draw butterflies. So if you like the way you draw butterflies, or if you have another way of getting butterflies, the shape of butterflies to be able to cut out, then you don't need this part of it. But what I do here is, okay, I'm going to pick my paper first, and then I'll show you what I do with these. So, go like that. Oh, paper's quite thick. Might make it a little bit more difficult. Okay, I'll see if the second set of papers isn't as thick. Yeah, these are thick too. Okay, so I found these old books in one of my drawers and thought that might be nice, and they will. They might be difficult too. Anyway, never mind. Lighter paper is good. Heavier paper, we'll see. So what I do is I turn it over, move those out of the way. I'll start with this one. I open up my stamp, and this one is archival ink. Okay, and then also I have this forever, and to make it easier to use, I stuck it onto the top of a cap. Yeah, I know, but it kind of proves, you know, you don't need an awful lot to be creative, and you can use stuff you've had for years. This is probably at least 10 years old. Stamp. Get it nice and stamped, and then stamp it. And then I do that all across the page, and then I start cutting them out. Now, I'm going to run this forward so you don't have to watch me stamping it. But when you're making it, take the time to stamp each one and be there. What I mean by that is, you don't need to go, or even that. Don't let it pass by. So press down, feel yourself pressing down into the stamping pad. And then find the position you're going to put it in. And then press it down there. This is something creative you're making. And then go on to the next one. You know, even stamping can teach you about things. You know, I made this mistake here. I made this mistake here. Now, it doesn't really matter. It's no big deal. I'll still be able to cut it out, imagining the shape, or I might even use a pencil and draw the extra bit. But when I did it a second time, I realized, okay, there's something I'm doing wrong. I can change it. I can do something different. And I pressed down this. And I'm very hopeful that this one, yeah, this one's fine. Now, I pressed down a bit too much, so it's a bit thick. None of this matters. But you know, even in pressing or stamping, you can learn about your habits. I have a habit of ignoring or denying or becoming unaware of stuff that I'm doing that isn't actually bringing me what I want. Like, it's not bringing me this edge of the butterfly. But when I become aware of it, and that all that's required is a little tweak, I get what I want. This is metaphor for becoming aware of the things that you do that you could easily change, or that you could start a change in motion, or you could take the first step to a change you want to get the thing that you want to be happening in your life. Like making stuff. And the one tweak to do with making craft or doing crafts every day is to have the stuff available. Have these sheets ready. Have your scissors handy. Have your stamping equipment or your pencil if you enjoy drawing and you'd like to draw your butterflies, where each one of them would be different and each one of them unique. And if you have your equipment ready, then it's more likely when you have 5 minutes during the day that you will do some creativity. Oh, did it again. Making changes is a up and down process. The first day that you make the change, think, yay, this is great. Oh, I'm a changed person. And the next day, everything goes back to the way it was. You forget to do your creativity, you forget to pick up something, you forget to take your 5 minutes for yourself. You think, oh, that's the end of that. Can't do it anymore. Nope. You can go back to it again, start again, and make again. Okay, I've done 3 sheets. Woo! Now, that might be all the time I have, but I want to just show you what you could do if you had a couple more minutes. You could start the cutting. Oh, they're going to dry. I'll go back to this one, the first one that I did. Get my scissors. I'll start cutting out. I'll also move forward on this, but before I do, whoops, I want to tell you that taking this slowly means that you will have a cute butterfly, but also that you will be mindful, that you will be in the moment, that your mind could possibly stop racing, maybe for the first time in hours, or in days, or in years while you're cutting. So since you're taking this time to be creative, you might as well get right into it and take it slowly. And do the best job you can, which doesn't mean it has to be perfect. So I'm going to leave you while I take my time. That's nice. Little butterfly. Go. We turn it over. We have a cute little butterfly. And I like to bend him back like that. Then he'll sit nicely. Once I put a bit of glue on that, he'll sit nicely on the piece that I'm doing, which I'm going to be doing in not this video, but later on. Okay, so there's my butterfly. And now I have a kit to take along with me, or to just put up in the drawer, so that each day I can take it down and continue to cut each one of these. And by the time I finish the third set, I'll go on to the next thing that I'm going to do. which will be either mixed media or maybe framed or maybe both. Not sure yet what I'm going to do with these, but I'll have plenty of them. 18. I've got 18 butterflies. Oh, I forgot to show you what I was doing with these. It doesn't matter if you don't have it, but I quite like it. Nice touch on the edge. And you can also use the black. Okay. Oh. Butterfly. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again to you. Bye.